Okay, we're looking at subjective pronouns again. I have two sentences here. The first sentence, it's he and I doing the work. The second sentence is very similar. It's him and me doing the work. There are three ways we can look at these two sentences to determine which one is right. One, we can break the sentence down. It's him doing the work. It's me doing the work. It's he doing the work. It's I doing the work. To some people, those might still sound okay. But if we look at what it is he, and it is I. So we have it as the subject, but he is the very same subject, and I is also the very same subject. So if this is the subject, these also, being part of it, must be all subjective. He is doing the work, I am doing the work, it is doing the work. If we look back at this one, we would not say him doing the work, we would not say me doing the work. So this one, number one, has got to be correct. If we look at numbers 3 and 4, we can apply that same logic. It is she, it is her. Once again, it is the subject of the sentence. She is also it. So it and she are the subjective pronouns. It and she are the subjects of the sentence. And both of these, the pronouns, both it and she, both address the verb is. She is, it is. It is she. It doesn't matter which way we read it, it is still the same. But number 4, it is her. Her is also it, as we saw above, but her is objective. So this one is incorrect. Although as a footnote, in spoken English, this is generally considered perfectly fine. Our bottom choice here, numbers 5, 6, and 7. Did you know it was he? You is our subjective pronoun, and it goes with the verb know. In fact, the verb did know is our complete predicate, but you is acting on the predicate. So you must be the subjective form. If I cover that up, the end of that sentence should look awfully familiar because it's almost like the one right above it. It was he. If we apply the same logic here, we have another little sentence inside this one. There's our predicate, it is acting on the predicate, and it is he. So it and he are both subjective, they're both acting on the verb was. So number 5 is in fact correct. If we look at number 6, did you know it was him? We have that same flaw that we had up here in number 4. Number 4 and number 6 share the same mistake. But again, in spoken English, most people would probably say, did you know it was him? We could also add one more thing here, and that is what we have as the implied verb. Did you know it was him coming? Did you know it was him arriving? Did you know it was him talking? We can add any verb there, and in our minds, when we say this sentence, we want to end with a verb. So that is what we call the implied verb. We can see that that does not fall into sentence 7. Did you go with him? Did you go with him? There is no verb that we want to add after the word